Good evening, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all for the 875th meeting of the Chennai Toastmaster Club. This is a very special meeting. CTM is entering into the 20th year. So I would like to express my sincere gratitude for all those who contributed for the club growth all these years. Before proceeding into the meeting, I would like to brief certain rules to be followed. Please make sure that your mobile phone are in a silent mode. And preferred speakers as well as table topic speakers, please do not speak on three topics, which is politics, sex, and religion. Those who attend the online meeting, please make sure that you are sitting in a silent atmosphere for a better meeting experience. If you want to communicate something, use the chat box. If you are someone here want to communicate something, please communicate to me. With this, I would like to hand over the proceeding to our proceeding officer, Toastmaster Naveen Raj. Toastmaster Naveen Raj is our club president. He is an electrical engineer by qualification and quality engineer by profession. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Naveen Raj.
Thank you, Sergeant Adams, Toastmaster Palanisamy, for setting the rules. And I would like to officially declare meeting number 875 open. And I would like to recognize the presence of our area director, C1 Toastmaster Abhilash Suresh, who is joining through online. And our charter members, distinguished Toastmaster Reena Janmam and the senior members and the pillars of Chennai Toastmasters Club. So, let us proceed with the guest introduction, ma'am. Could you please introduce?
Hi, my name is Shakila. This is my first time for Toastmaster Club. I was searching for Toastmaster Club for more than 3 years. And actually, I used to go to another, but the center was closed. So today I got a lunch and I just texted my from sir and I got here. So it's my first time.
Thank you.
And this is my second meeting here.
I'm Him Deshwant Singh. This is my first class. Currently, I'm looking at the senior level student. Thank you. My name is Sohaina. This is my secretary. I'm the US Toastmaster. I joined this. And I'm not the
Let us proceed with the meeting procedures, and I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the day for today's milestone meeting. So it is none other than our Toastmaster Manisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naveen, for that introduction. I welcome you all to our Charter Day celebrations. A very, very warm. At the end, the whistling. Friends, those who are guests today, this is just for your information. A usual Toastmasters meeting is all about three segments. We have the prepared speeches, we have the table topics, and then we have the evaluations. But today, being our charter day, I would like to correct our president. Go into the 20th year. I'm not correcting you, I'm sorry, my bad. But I would like to put it this way, I'm still in my teens. My club, Chennai Toastmasters Club, is still in its 19. So the 20 is yet to come. So we are still in our teens, still growing, still going on and on learning. Today's meeting's agenda, I will tell you slowly and gradually because there are too many things that are going to be happening today in our celebrations. So let me tell you a little bit about Chennai Toastmasters Club. For any club to be a great club, or to be recognized as a very, very good club, we need somebody consistently helping that club to grow better and better each day. Chennai Toastmasters Club was first chartered on 22nd April 2004. But there was a story, there was a lot of homework that happened before that. We had a demo meet to start a club. We had it on 16th November 2003. We had a demo meet, after which they decided, yes, they liked this idea of Toastmastering, where they could learn their communication, they could improve on their communication, also improve on their leadership skills. That's how on 22nd April 2004, Chennai Toastmasters Club started. The first president of that club, of this club then, was Toastmaster Krishnan Arunachalam, who is no more with us, but his blessings are there with us. We also had TTM Nina, who was vice president. TTM Abraham Zach, I like to call him Zach because it's such a long name that he has, such a lovely person. He was the vice, taking care of all the money that came to Chennai Toastmasters Club. He was their treasurer. They did not stop their journey in 2004. They completed their DTM, but they did not move forward. They stayed with the club because they wanted this club to be the star of whole of Chennai, whole of Tamil Nadu, and be recognized everywhere. Before we start this meeting, I think we should first thank their dedication to this. I would like to use a quote because I want to read it because I don't want it to go wrong. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to a great achievement. They are gained slowly but surely over time. So once again, thank you, Nina ma'am. Thank you, Zach, for all the dedication that you've put towards this club, because of which we stand here today. Moving on, let's start the celebration, and I will be telling you tidbits of history of CTM in between our session. So first and foremost, I would like to invite our district director. Is he here? Okay. Division director is here. Okay. Our division director, Dinesh Balaji, is unable to join us because of some commitment that he has. Let me briefly tell you who is Mr. Balaji. He is the division's director of Division C. He's also been a club coach for multiple clubs in Chennai. He's also been a club sponsor. He was an Area F director. As his profession, he is an aeronautical engineer who's been working in aerospace for 14 plus years. We have a very special message from him, which will be delivered by Mr. President Toastmaster Naveen. Here's to you.
Congratulations, Chennai Toastmasters Club, on the milestone. Stepping into the 20th year for the club is no small achievement. Milestones are the moment to cherish and look back at how far we have come and how we plan to move forward. It is a heartening to see the club bringing the district officers and acting as a lighthouse of covering knowledge and collaborating. Wishing more occurs and to be the club while we march forward. Wishing the CTM for the best for the years to come. Over to you, Mr.
Thank you so much for that message, Dinesh, Toastmaster Dinesh. I will now like to invite our area director. Is he here? I can't see him from here. Abhilash. If I have to introduce Abhilash, I have a long list of achievements that he has done, but I would like to introduce Abhilash with my own personal interaction that I've had with him. Abhilash has been the most resourceful person, very helpful to me when I started my journey again in Toastmasters. He's a very helpful person who would go out of the way to help you. So here's to Abhilash. I invite him to please address our audience today as we celebrate our Charter Day. Abhilash, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manisha. A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. 875 or as any Indian parent would put it, 125 short of 1,000, right? But today, let us not worry or look about the 1,000. The number 875 that we have today is perhaps a lot more than many other clubs combined. And that speaks of the rich legacy that we have here at CTM. Hey, Naveen, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
All worried looks. Am I audible, Naveen?
Yes, good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So let us not look towards the future right now, because today I want to harp on the significance of 875. Founded over 20 years ago, this has been a remarkable journey. Was it a perfect journey? No. We have had our own fair shares of ups and downs. But what is important is through all this, we have stuck together, and together as a club, we have managed to endure, make ourselves better. And that is what this number 875 today indicates. Together as a club, we have come across a long journey, crossed numerous milestones, and today we stand on the cusp of yet another one, which is 875. I would like to take this opportunity to wish all our members and our future members a very happy milestone celebration. We have lots of fun events planned, as I gather it from our president, and I'm sure all of us are going to enjoy the evening. But no milestone meeting is ever complete without us recognizing a few of the persons who have ensured that this club reaches its place today, the pillar stones of our club. Having been found 20 years ago by the late Mr. Krishnan Arunachalam, our charter president, he was a wonderful guiding figure. And over the years, we have endured through because of the support of two persons, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John and distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria. They have been the who's who across the district, having held titles of district finance manager, the district director, the district governor, district treasurer, what so and what not. But they have been persons who ensured that they come to all of our club meets, give us valuable guidance, and ensures that the club grows. So today, I would really love to acknowledge their contribution that has shaped our club in coming so far. A huge thank you to distinguished Toastmasters Nina John and Abraham Zakaria. And now let's move over with all the serious part. 875 is a humongous moment. No other club in Tamil Nadu has achieved this, and that speaks volumes of our club's integrity commitment. So let us take a moment to appreciate all our ExCom officers and all our members who have contributed to achieving this significant ExCom officers over the years. And I'm sure we will be having many more milestones to come in the years to come. But for today, let us stay focused. Let us celebrate this journey. They say that success lies in the journey and not in the destination. But here, I beg to slightly differ. The story that we have had here so far illustrates that our success lies in both the journey and the destination. For today, 875 is truly a moment for us to celebrate. And as we embark on future journeys, here's to wishing CTM many more milestones and happy celebrations. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Abhilash, for those encouraging kind words. Are we all ready for this show today? Yes? I don't hear them. Yes? Thank you. I don't want to bore you anymore with those yes. Let me tell you something. When we started our meetings at Chennai Toastmasters Club in 2004, We used to have meetings only on the first and third Sundays. It wasn't in every Sunday meeting. People used to come there dressed in formals. We used to have ties ready. So those who forgot to wear those ties, they used to have those ties knotted ready so that the moment somebody comes without a tie, they would put the tie on the person and they would have the tie. So all these things, all this information has been leaked by a very special person. I'm going to tell about that person later. I wasn't a member in 2004, but I have a lot of information to share with you today. Let's go with our prepared speakers for the day because they have been waiting nervously to give their speech. Our first speaker today is Toastmaster Kamakshi, who is going to break the ice today. Her speech, her first speech to an audience is a very special speech. I invite Toastmaster Kamakshi, but before I do so, I would like to invite her evaluator to please read out her project objectives. I'm your general evaluator today. It's a special day. I'm doing all in one. I'm your own soul. GE, your DMOD, everything that speak. So I can be your DT master also. I'm not going to ask you questions. So you better hear carefully what I say. So do we have an evaluator for Yes, I request you, ma'am, to please read out her project objectives. Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, respected members, and my very guest. My is going to deliver on the part of presentation mastery. So, now I'm going to deliver compulsory. My last speaker.
Can you please note the times? 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmaster Kamakshi, the journey of my life so far. The journey of my life. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Manisha. Would you believe me if I said there was a child who couldn't utter even a single word until the age of 3? Making her parents feel worried about her inability, but is now standing in front of you all to deliver a speech spanning for 6 minutes? Yes, that's me. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kamakshi and I'm here to deliver my first prepared speech as part of my level 1 project in presentation mastery. The icebreaker speech, which I call the journey of my life so far. Recently, I learned to drive the car, so I thought of taking you all for a ride through my life. That has got some twists and turns here and there. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready. Basically, I come from a nuclear South Indian family of 4 members. That's got a loving mother, a homemaker, who never says no to any of her children's wishes, and an elder brother, always troublesome elder brother, currently working as a manager abroad. Somehow he managed it. Who loves to treat his younger sister as his sidekick. Last but not the least, the conservative, protective father who wants to live a life in a very small circle. He's conservative to the extent that actually he wanted to name me as Jyotika, but instead of giving the name Kamakshi, a goddess name, fearing that someday I would bring home a random guy named Surya as my boyfriend. But fortunately, at that point, he didn't know that his daughter would have such plans nevertheless. So yes, I had a very great childhood days. Like I can talk on about it for hours together, but I don't have much time now. But growing up, I was and I am still a lovable, most well-behaved child, always topping the class, being every teacher's favorite student, and caused no trouble to her parents, unlike her brother. But moving on, just like any other middle class family that's got no doctors in amongst the siblings or cousins generation, and me being an academically bright student, somehow I was influenced to think that the only way to make my parents feel proud would be for me to become a doctor. And I worked really hard for it. But little did I know that there was a take diversion awaiting my way. It was the first turning point of my life. Although I secured good cutoff mark, I couldn't make it through the medical counseling that year because the government had withheld some of the medical seats for some license issue. And since I was very adamant to get through on merit basis, I had to give up on my dreams. And my parents felt okay, then a better alternative choice for their daughter would be engineering. How typical, right? But at least my fate was sealed in Electronics and Communication Department in MSCC, Meenakshi Sundarajan Engineering College, Chennai, by my mother. Unlike other parents, my mother had only two criteria for choosing my engineering course and college. Number one, it should be ECE and ECE only. Number two, college should be within city limits. And somehow only MSCC was the one college that topped the list. But I don't know why that was the case because still now, whenever I say that I did my UG at MSCC, no one ever recognized it as an engineering college. Although it is located right in the middle of city at Kodambakam. But yes, my counseling was done and dusted within 5 minutes. I still remember how the way I blackmailed my father, saying, uh, if I ever step into engineering, I would wash out on all papers. But the universe had different ideas for me. My college life marked the second most crucial turning point of my life. I had really amazing set of professors and friends. The only two reasons that I attended my college. As a result, I ended up securing an university rank of 41 and and, and just when I thought that okay, finally I can do some research in my core area, the third turning point of my life happened. I had to take up the campus job offer from Accenture as a software engineer due to financial situations in my family. However, I am grateful for the choice that I made because Accenture had given me family like friends and taught me great lessons for life, the experiences of which I treasure and value the most. So, here I am, a child who couldn't utter a first word and not until the age of 3, having made some unplanned trips in her life, and finally now what standing up for my dreams and hoping to pursue my higher studies, and with lots and lots of faith and hope that the car will finally turn the way I steer it to. So that is all that I've got. With that, I bring you all back to CTM at YWCA. Thank you all for being my patient passengers. I hope there was something for you to take away from my journey or at least got to know of me. Thank you. Thank you, Kamaki, for that lovely story. I really had a great time. Moving on, how many of you remember where CTM started its first meeting? The charter members cannot say. Ruby Hall, yes, you're right. Sorry, I don't have chocolates today. Moving on, 2014, we had an evaluation contest at district level. The winner of that evaluation contest was Sridhar Ranganathan, who also started his Toastmasters journey as a member of Chennai Toastmasters Club. He later moved to other clubs, but his basics foundations were from Chennai Toastmasters Club. So we have another feather to our club who did it great after coming out of our club. Our second speaker is no less. She's a double DTM. Correct me if I'm wrong. She's a triple DTM. Moving on to take her fourth DTM. She takes so many DTMs that I think I'm going to forget how many DTMs she's been taken. Guest for them, for somebody to become a distinguished Toastmaster, there are N of speeches that you have to do and N numbers of leadership roles that you have to do. I'll tell you about the N numbers after the meeting is over. But now I will call our evaluator to please read out DTM Nina John's project objectives. Abraham Zakaria, please, can you read?
basic method for writing a speech is the first and
So let's now invite our speaker, CTM and you, TTM Nina John.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests. We've heard all about this history of CTM, and a lot of people are wondering, why would anyone want to stay for 20 years in CTM? So let me tell you, we've had such fun. And sorry, I did wish the online guests that are here. CTM has been so much more than just a club. As we discussed around 2003 or so, I was taking a management seminar at Madras Management Association. Somebody walked up to me and said, "Have you heard about Toastmasters?" And I said, "No." Now, this gentleman had been in the Gulf and he had been a Toastmaster there. Once he came to Chennai, he wanted to start Toastmasters, but it wasn't there. So every week he would travel to Bangalore, attend a Toastmasters meeting, and come back. That's the kind of passion Toastmasters engenders across the world. So, at that time, I had also been toying with the idea of starting a debating club. Whatever, so Toastmasters were like the perfect vehicle for me to carry on with. So, we got a few friends together, and the reason it took almost a year to charter is exactly the same reason that happens all the time. Guests come, they get very impressed with all the speakers, and they say, "Yes, I'm going to join. I'll be a great speaker." And then they forget all about us and they forget other speech. Or they come and after that, when the VPE says, you have to do project speeches, again, selective amnesia, and they forget why they joined the club. So we have a lot of reasons why all these things happen. But when a club forges together, it's magic. And that's what's been happening for us for all these years. We learned so much about, and I think Manisha will be giving you an idea of the people who went on to great heights in Toastmasters. We're also talking about the fact about so many youngsters who came in petrified of the world. One came because he was stammering, one came because he can speak only Tamil, one came because he couldn't pass any interviews, one came because 30s to 40s, these people say, "I know my job." When it comes to interviews, that guy who talks too much and does nothing, he's getting the promotion. I should have got that promotion 5 years ago. So people realize that communication is the basis of your professional life. Unless you build up good communication skills, you cannot communicate to your teachers, your team, anybody, even your family. And since you get into Toastmasters and you learn communications, you realize that these are portable skills I can take to any job. So when people get into Toastmasters, they have to understand their first duty is to themselves. It is not to the club. It is not to your friends. It is not to your parents. You owe it to yourself to do your projects. And in CTM, we have always had this tradition of all of us doing all the work, especially those first couple of years. Some title was there, VP, treasurer, all of this was some foreign thing kind of thing. But all of us used to do all the work, including setting up the chairs and serving the tea and all of that. We used to go all over the state. We'd get called for demos in different colleges in Shivkashi and Trichy and somewhere. And a group of about 6 or 7 of us would hop into a train, travel overnight, go there, give the demo, come back. And we forged such deep friendships that they have lasted a lifetime. And that's what we're really talking about. Some of the things, the Toastmasters grew. We started one corporate club that is what we now call DXC. Then we started another community club, which is Wordsmiths. Another one called Madras. Slowly it started growing. We've had around 5 to 10 clubs to begin with. Today, there are more than 60 to 65 in Chennai alone. And all over Tamil Nadu, that is District 120. we have almost 150 to 60 clubs. All because, I am especially proud of the Toastmasters, because what happens is so many of our members decided that they will start clubs in their colonies. And the word spread. So many of our members decided, I thought we'll do contest in CTM, then they'll go join another club, start another club, then they will start one. So in that way also, we have growth. So in Chennai, almost every single club has a connection to some CTM member. And to tell you about the kind of fun and games we used to have, at that time, we had, at one particular time, in 2013, when we had the district conference here, and I was in LGET, we were voted the best club in District 82, which is across all these different things. So give yourselves a big clap for that. Another fun thing that we did, you will not believe it, Indiran was at the height of its popularity. Tickets available only for 6:30 a.m. show. 20 of us went. 20 of us, one girl staying near the theatre, booked 20 tickets. She said, whoever comes, comes. 20 of us spread out in that theatre, had such fun. After it was over, we didn't know what to do. So one of our members, that is Aditya, says, it's a nice restaurant. So you went there and had breakfast. And my husband and daughters are like, 6:30 a.m., you're going Toastmasters, are you mad? I said, yes, I'm mad. But that's what Toastmasters has been. We've been through thick and thin together. We've helped people who need help. And most importantly, we have forged friendships that have lasted a lifetime. And every one of those who came, those who committed themselves, who gave off themselves to the club, who said, yes, I will attend all club meetings. I will do what I can for other members, and I will learn. Those are the ones who have benefited the most. To quote one of our other Toastmasters, Toastmasters is an ocean. You can come to it, the bucket, and a teaspoon. Otherwise, you can come with a fork. You come with a bucket, you get a bucket full of more than a bucket full in return. If you come with a spoon and you come with a fork, don't blame Toastmasters for not teaching you how to become great speakers. So overall, I come back to my message. Be sincere to yourselves. Be a Toastmaster for yourself. The club will take care of itself. We've had more than 100 members. We split because we wanted more members to get opportunities. The whole world is there. Grab your opportunity. Back to you, managers.
Thank you so much. I wish I was there at 6:30 a.m. to watch that movie. What fun it would have been. Wow. I had a great time. Thinking of food, you just reminded me when CTM had their meetings at Ruby Hall. Fried idlis was something that brought in so many members to that hall just for that fried idlis. And when I became a member with Chennai Toastmasters Club, it was not just fried idlis, but also cheese toast which had capsicums in it. What a yummy, delicious snack to have after a wonderful session. I know you're all hungry. We have some very good snacks here also. I'll tell you about that later. But before that, let's have some food for our brain also. We all talk about leadership, we talk about communications. It's all about Toastmasters. This is what you learn in your Toastmasters journey. Today, let's take up an opportunity and have a panel discussion on leadership and communication. What do you gain from Toastmasters, or what is it all about leadership and communications? To take this forward, I now invite Toastmaster Nanda, who is the moderator for this panel discussion. Toastmaster Nanda, over to you.
How many of you watched the movie called LCD, which hardly got the actor? Most of you know. So can you remember the climax of the movie? Can you remember one of you say what happened in the climax? It's one of you. Watch the movie. Okay. Okay. What is this?
It's not directly saying that after educating was educated.
Yes, sir. Exactly. So let me just summarize what he said. So he goes on giving a big monologue about getting the system, how people should change themselves and all this stuff, that how we should get connected of people, etc. etc. And he gives a monologue of statements. At the end of the monologue, he thinks at the company. The company is so far only was really become a member of the Sabha. They're doing all fruits and forgery. Whatever forgery or whatever they do, they want it. Everything to be come to the party. Now you're supposed to become a CM. Just like the children get your big order of. And everything do for that, you don't want to do who speaks well, people think again. Right? So that's the perception. If you talk well, good leaders. So today, in our panel discussion, we are focused more on that part. So in our very professional life, you see different kind of leaders. So basically, you can categorize them into two kinds. I'm saying in terms of public speaking or communication skills. The leaders who can all order people, amazing public skills. The top for how to come together, keep the public together, and become a leader. There's another set of people who are very shy in front of audience, who can't talk even for half an hour or 1 hour, but they develop a great leaders as there are two kinds of people. For example, the first kind of people we are going to check Winston Churchill, Barack Obama, our Indira Gandhi, all this. They can talk and talk and they become leaders. And the second kind of people also we have a lot of examples. The one is called Mukesh Ambani. And everything part is brother. He's a very good communicator, but he was a very leader. So similarly, we have customer and we have he Urja. They are publicly together and uncomfortable before talking people. They went up to great things in life and own leaders. So they are going to develop more in the leadership of great things. How do great leaders are? Not looking for the interconnect between communication, public speaking, and leadership. Why some people are great public speakers and poor leaders? Why some people are poor communicators but great leaders? That's the magic group. What makes a person a great leader? So we are going to discuss more. To discuss more, we are going to have a panel discussion. Let me just invite the panel one minute. Can you please occupy the seats? Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan. Toastmaster Ravindra Jayata. Toastmaster Bilasan. And Madam Toastmaster Ishwara. So I will introduce one by one and order two. But they keep on developing the people marketing more of the topics. But I want to say. First, I want to understand from our question, Toastmaster, who's been in CTM for a long time, has been a president of past president of CTM in also Canada and CTM. He has done an extensive experience in leadership experience and is working as a senior manager in a global agency of Toastmasters Australia. From your experience in your all, from the people that are going to be able, that's good. So you would have met with interacted with our leaders. So what is your perception of leadership? Or how do you like shaping the concept of leadership and communication? Do you think communication is genuinely important for others? Please.
Thank you, Master. Good evening, events. So, as you mentioned, I've been part of, as part of my corporate leadership, I've also been part of corporate social responsibility, leading certain activities, and also part of a team called emergency response team. We have certain company called Spiro. I think they're related. So, what I understand from here is communication is essential part of any leader. Okay, when you have been mentioned, leaders need not be a public speech, but communication is totally different. The best example I can say is from my corporate was and my company and company called Pleasure. Being there 55 years in certain technology in the second part. It has to be on par with the latest technology so that we are adapted. So the vision and mission of what's corporate world is set up is going to lead us this speech generation as well. So as a leader, whoever sets up a mission, he should be able to communicate that the one of most people we call it as a top-down approach, right? So only we have a very good statement in Tamil. See, Yada Raja Raja, how the leader is so also the citizens are going. So he has to communicate it very clearly. So the top-down approach has to be very clear so that the main person needs to understand what you are working for. So what is there should be a purpose, right? Everyone should have a sense of accomplishment. So they should know that has to be communicated from leader. Leader has to definitely has to communicate. It even be a public speaker. It should be propaganda through posters, it could be through emails and appreciating emails. There are a lot of other kinds of communication other than public speaking. Yes, I do agree we need good communication from leaders. Public speaking we can do.
When you do a communication skills, you have a person who was coming from a different background. I will say the Indian Armed Forces. He was also India director from 2019 to 2020. And the way of the figure, said he was instrumental in forming a new India force. Again, he's a backup speaker and he has one India level. I will which of those was evidence. So you come from a background of business where you are just saying that just follow the leader, don't have any questions, follow the orders. So in those kinds of the environment where the leader has to just give instructions and how to just follow. You still think the communication forms a very important key role there. You don't understand it also.
Thank you, moderator. You are very rightly. I came from the defense background. Unfortunately, I did not finish my exam. I have signed for 20 years. I could complete 10 years, 6 months, and 11 years only. But what about the qualities of it is sincerity, hard work, punctuality, discipline, and determination? All of those are required. I have taken. That's what you said was totally not in something to be. Because in my unit, if I remember, I was near to Bhutan when I was posted, and I was at the age of 23. There was the senior of my commanding officer. If it was the officer is not there, the monkey is your boss. So that was the scenario. But it does not mean that defense things will go down. Who will come to the sovereignty of the country? If the subordinate and the whole defense forces will both in their goods and currency, who will control it? So hence, the discipline is the paramount importance to lead a troop. And secondly, there is a of course a very good scenario. You might be very wondering that in defense also, if at all someone makes complaints or some suggestions, so there is a group of people, if they want to raise a complaint or a demand, that the morning breakfast is not good. So he is breakfast in charge from tomorrow. That's also the scenario of that. So you just complain and you meet the right. So because nobody wants to take the responsibility. Everybody wants the desired results. So that's the case you will not have that. Because work that includes how you lead the team. And there are a fair amount of people who may tell something negative or something which is offended. But in the core of their heart, they don't see the right thing. So that keeps growing. That is the power of the religion.
Leadership is not a dedication, it is a responsibility. It is more responsibility the team you lead. And thank you, Ravi, for briefly explaining it from the point of very good. Next, we have a women Toastmaster. It's something to see a woman panel member, Toastmaster Geeta. Toastmaster Geeta is a secretary and treasurer for Senate Center of Safety Women Club. And she is currently a leader club. I am sure she has a lot huge experience in diversity of women in the Chennai. So with that, I would like to ask her from a stage of women leader point of view. So the different mental level leader, but I like to explore that aspect. How do you see a difference in communication between men and women? How do you see that aspect is very important? How do you communicate with men or how do you communicate with women? Communication to lead people more effective to better women.
So good afternoon, everybody.
Yes.
So good afternoon, everybody. Now, Toastmasters is another asked me a bit of a question like how do you differentiate communicating leadership style communication when while communicating with the female members or with the male members? I really don't see there's much of a difference, but I really believe that to communicate, we have to enhance our communication skills. So that's exactly why today I am in Toastmasters. So when I started taking up leadership goals, somewhere I felt that it was lacking in all these aspects. Where I had to take a lead, I had to lead my team members, but then I didn't start because of my communication skills. So I was not able to articulate my ideas even when I was in the committee intake. If somebody had to tell me that you have every responsibility and every right to talk about how you feel about what exactly is the decision being taken. After so much of person and giving me enough time to take deep breaths, only then I could come out and tell my ideas. And from inside, I would feel that maybe I didn't speak anything, maybe I spoke something wrong, or I should have said something else. Then I realized that it was all because I was lacking in my communication. So, having the leadership roles, I really realized that your being able to articulate your ideas is equally important. Because I was too good when it came to delivering my work. So when it came to written messages, the messages were going very prompt. In fact, I took up so many other opportunities where I ensured that all the paperwork has been done. Like we need to renew we have a registered etc. So we need to find the renewal year after year. So all the mapping, all the work which is pending for quite a long time, I completed all of it. I was very good when it came to doing all the work, but it's somewhere I lacked. So I totally believe that communication skills is equally important. So this starts everywhere. As a leader, you need to communicate. Even as an entrepreneur or whatever you are doing, you need to sell your ideas, you need to sell yourself. And all of this is possible only when your skills are enhanced. See, like for example, Nanda just said that we have so many leaders who are not really very good at communicating, but still they have been great leaders. So this one point that comes to my mind is the 80-20 rule. How many of you have heard of 80-20 rule? So, yeah. So this rule is that, out of 80 people, only 20 people who are not really very good at communicating can still be great leaders. But if we fall in that 80 category, then so we need to work on ourselves. So that's exactly how I would work.
If you are able to be as well in terms of communication leadership, thank you for that. Question into the audience here. You have seen different leaders, and someone will stand up and say, you have learned the leader what my leader.
Usually, to people of all children, And in his own field, it was aeronautical aerospace. Just input to what he wanted to do. At the same time, as a person, I think he had enlightened the whole lot of formation. The next one is to the community. He was in all over India. He would touch them all. And the life.
And you let me for example, so can be communicate, even good communicate. The rocket science, really matter for even the best of the then the way that you feel your talking
For me, a leader does not have to be universal. Even if I need a great leader is my own. She has great communication skills. That's why she said, she started to talk and yet communicate very well. So for me, that was an inspiration as I was doing it and still is. So for me, that was a great leader.
Okay, let's again move back to our panel. So next we have a Toastmaster Master. He's specialized in computer engineering and MBA and human resource management. Also, a lot of similar. I think it's not a very bad combination. Like here, from thank you. So you have a very spectrum, right? Computer engineering, MBA, human resource management, and law. I'm sure you have crossed many people. So from your experience, what do you think leadership is all about? Is it communication or actually more knowledge as you have been doing? It's not knowledge. Of leadership. Or is it okay if you just communicate and become?
Thank you so much, Madam. Beautiful question. So I did not read any government. Then I did my MBA and I worked for a bank for 10 years and then after that. What I learned from my career was leadership and communication go hand in hand. Whether you are a senior political leader or leader within the organization, you should be a good communicator. Consider just to take an example, you are working under a leader. Right? He has to speak on your behalf. If you are facing some problem, he has to speak to the management, like what are the problems you are facing, whether it's a political leader or MLA, he has to speak for his team. So leadership and communication go hand in hand. And every successful leader is a communicator. You have observed, you have come across a lot of leaders in your life. If you see a great leader, you could have been a great communicator. So you can just try to imagine like who is your inspiring leader. You can notice that you have a very good communication skill. Leaders should know like how to express emotional empathy, how to speak to an audience, how to stand for the speaker. So I personally feel communication and leadership go hand in hand. And just to give one more example, say there is some kind of interview where they want to recruit a leader for a particular organization or an industry. Though they may have technical knowledge, but given an interview, you have to communicate and you have to express that you have to. So the question you was asking like whether knowledge or communication is important for us. Even though you can have you can gain more knowledge, but be able to express it in an interview. Or if you are speaking someone, even though you may have the knowledge, if you are not a communicator, you will not be able to express that you have that kind of knowledge. So I think when it comes to knowledge and communication, carry forward.
Next, I will call with our panel speaker. He's VP of the BPM of the current period of VP. He's a qualified leather technology and he's been working in leather technology for the last 26 years and has experience in leading multiple teams business of those months colleagues. So we really spoke about the importance of communication and leadership, which examples are the base of leadership. So I want to ask you from your experience, what is the best typically perspective of communication part? Other aspects of leadership you think is really important? to be able to. So I believe in a leader, the most important aspect is integrity. Because one can be a very good communicator and manipulator. It's difficult to differentiate these two. But I believe if a person with a good integrity, even if he lacks in communication, the followers will be more perfect. And not to mention, leader, MJ Abdul Kalam. So the following qualities because of his character, because of his integrity. So I personally feel because when we see a very good person, we observe their character, we observe their knowledge, and we get inspired despite not getting any communication from them. So I work with few people and I admire them for their efficiency. But when they are part of the stage and their character is not up to the level, then I think away from them. So with very good communication, you can impress people. But at the end of the time, people come to know the real character of their people. So when the character is opposite to what they speak, we will drift away from them. So I personally believe that integrity is the first and foremost effective leader. Then only comes the communication. So this is my experience. So we need to see that we got operate of routine in investment. That was beautifully evaluated. It's very good of the 15 minutes. You display the document and that into the investment. So it's also important that what we do. Because it is a behavior communication. It's definitely it's going moving forward. So now, integrity being a very important aspect, what are other aspects of communication? The other aspect of leadership. It's important to build a team. So there are a lot of people who are communicating, who are really not talented, but they are both very leaders. They are both finding great business environments. So let's just go into a deeper communication. You might close much question. Of leadership. Communication to basic. Integrity, honesty to one aspect. What else you come up from the leaders in the world?
Thank you. So, as everyone mentioned, communication with business supply is there. As I mentioned, integrity is very important aspect of company. And apart from that, I believe the leadership approach, vision is very important. That's what it takes people. If we say at the end of the tunnel, you see a light. You may not see the light, but leader will see the light. Are you heading over there? Yes, it's a very character change because that's the trust here. That's the next thing other talk is the mutual trust. We should have the leaders. It's not that we trust the leaders should also trust us. And it's equally important. As I mentioned about the top approach of communication, so also part of communication. So leaders should listen to the citizens. One example I could say is in my organization, as I mentioned, the topmost CEO was US. But we always wonder how he uses. So every once in 6 months, we have a small survey, and once in a year we have a survey. It is very anonymous survey by each and every individual. And I'm very sure that it's been geared upon the top management. So the survey is very common across many for the local region as well. It communicates to the top management, you know what is happening, and it's done by a organization. So the very important aspect of leader is the vision, what they have. And also they should be able to listen to the very individuals. Because in the end of the day, we are a democratic world. We should listen to the people's point. It's not just voting. So how we listen, how we get the feedback from without retaliation is very important. That's always we get scared to give feedback, critical feedback because of that. The political scenario or even corporate world. Punishment varies from each leaders. So this leader should have proper vision and should be able to listen to the audience. Only then we can go us up. That's right.
Thank you very much. Initially, honestly, integrity. Wow, really honest. Let's just keep moving on. I'd like to call different experts to respond to the regulars. So, again, different the way right reality. When you go and think the road back, you will know whether you come back or not. In such a kind of Indian on, what do you think on the aspects of leadership rather than what they cover on it?
So the training module is based in such a way that you slowly try to get adjusted into the environment. If there is an occasion, very important, say that a husband got a news to have a baby, you will go to that situation. You will hear that. The situation may come that you will practically in almost coaching. Later in 1999, there was a contingency, and I was retained to fill the sand in a very bag, and I was posted to the BMW. The reason is simply that the third army is finally one of the prevention of any attack forward passing on whether it is a bar, bullet. So there is a amount of protection. So whether it is a small act or continuous. So objective of the sovereignty of the country is some aspect of the element this industrialized space I am not going to follow it. That happened because the soldier was at the age of 19. So at that particular age, you have no option rather than telling what is the career is looked after by defense forces. That's the reason when you saw for 20 years, you have a hefty amount, monthly pensions are there, your awards are there, the ribbon on your chest, the review of the 2026 January, so that makes it fine. So that is not like something you should whatever the culture is that. And you feel proud of that. If I'm not proud, I came across not my friends who are my parents, they recommend me whose books are coming from me. The one step I will make my son at the office of my school. And we should do that to have the that's the more the second is that I'm not going to follow about that. There's a culture.
Thank you. Organization you work. It's not all about money, not all about happiness, not all about making a luxury. It's about living yourself, the team, the nation, and everything about the beauty. Next time, let's call Toastmaster, Madam people. Again, you are involved with AGO and other clubs where leadership is very important. So we look at the aspect, which is such a team, so you have to different things apart from one instruction.
Basically, as a leader, I feel the important responsibility of a leader is to stay motivated. So only then we can do a lot of things, better things for everyone else. So what happens exactly is, so let me put you a situation. Your best performance as a leader, for example, it's your speech contest. So your best performance will happen only on that day. The contest is happening. But what I tell you all is, if you are a good leader, then you need not have an external pressure, or you don't have to depend on some deadline or something. For instance, you're working in your company and the project deadline will say you have to finish your work in 2 days, and that is when you do all the work and then you try to finish it before the deadline. But if there is no deadline, what happens? The 2 days of work will carry on to, if you can, you'll extend it to up to 4 days. But as a leader, you need to finish your work fast so that everything happens smoothly. So this is very important that you need to be intrinsically motivated. So that's exactly one thing which I really want to understand. Share with you. Whenever it comes to this motive, so Smarthabanda asked me to share my experience. So this is where I give you my experience. What happened is after I finished my role as secretary, I realized that I was not in stand for me to delegate my responsibilities or it hand over whatever I have finished up with. So that the next upcoming secretaries will do their work in a very pleasant manner. But what happened is they were not able to sit and work on the computers and they needed some help. It was important for me to again take up the responsibility of filing the returns or renewals and all of those stuff to do. I took it as my responsibility and I started doing all of that and I slowly started showing them the way. So I basically feel that a leader is a person who will not only know the way, but he will keep the team so that it can do better things. And it's about delegating your responsibility and staying motivated as well. It's not like, my work is done after done. I will not be doing anything. It is still your responsibility to make sure that the organization is going on with the purpose with which it has begun.
Motivation. Another important aspect of leadership. Motivation is very slowly. They are looking at an investment brand name. Slowly, like it's learning from the phrase, like motivation slowly. Like we follow the leader to keep that motivation going by keep the energy going. See the character, connecting up completely, beautifully. What's the videos of some very challenging stuff? So you just let's say it's talking something, you just listen for the video, and say, woman. Because they just listen for few seconds or few minutes. They come to the conclusion very fast. They think that what is the very important. Generally, very on the go. We don't keep moving. We don't waste time on something which is you can talk about it. No, nothing is more like this. No, it's for the next video, the next movie. So, generally, we have to master. We are generally generation of the leader we look for, not committed to something. The others are not really.
Really encourages masters and yet I think one of the important character of leader around the world is that like motivation, knowledge, and I think humbleness. The leader should be very humble. Like those days in 1990s, go for any organization, managing director or vice president, all those people will take a separate role. They will have some kind of a special status in the organization. But as we move on, we are in 2020s. Nowadays, the leader is not expecting any a special thing. So if you go to the organization today, the leader will not be expecting any special thing. It will be just another employee job. Third thing I'm looking at is like a leader should be humble and humility is one of the important, and it is also very
Important. We can invest in water. When this goes in the line of our region, thank you. You are already the last those much. So, do you think any other aspect in your life covered on from your experience or from memory of your life? It is very important for you. I personally believe for an organization to become successful and particularly to be a leader to become successful, people should not be biased towards skilled people. So I experience this when a leader is biased towards some or few of the employees, probably they will get better performance from the rural people. But the thing is, they will get unnecessary information from them, which will create confusion. Probably instead of what they need to hear. Because when education is providing information, if the leader is not biased, if is not having any special treatment towards anyone, he will see every information as source of knowledge and a source of data further decision making. But when it comes to bias, then it will be like this situation. They will like to hear from the person whom they are telling. Probably they will scrutinize all the information from the people who are not there comfortable. So this will lead to, instead of getting what they need to hear, they will only accept the information what they like to hear. That is different. When the leader is getting only information which is what they like to hear, this will lead to wrong decisions. So I personally saw many organizations, many leaders fail because of the favoritism, because they started believing the information provided by their closest people. So this is my take on this. Thank you. So even if we have very useful for the country. So we have using this something of what we discussed the past going through the communication based over this we construct building of leadership. So you have to be a core of basically a good communication. So that doesn't mean you are the way. What is the communication for make the difference? Because you have a lot of things from our history back, integrity, honesty, motivation, loyalty, patriotism, mission, also the gratitude. So these are all different things which can make you a great leader tomorrow. Can you even play where you get all of these? So this is the so as an organization, you can take it up a risk or leadership. You are not your experience. You do it, you need to take it, go through the learning path. You go over to the time, you automatically become good for me. All of the aspects of government, that is the honesty, be punctual, loyalty, patriotism, motivation, everything has to be covered. It's not just the organization, it's very real, it's also the database. This is the goal of the balance, thank you.
I request the constructor that stay on the stage and not go away, so that I have to for it. He says no history and geography, but I am so much interested in history today. Toastmaster Nanda, he is the senior manager at Cisco Systems. When did you get promoted as senior manager?
3 years.
So,
1990.
2019. So this was exactly 1 year after he became a Toastmaster. He joined Toastmasters in 2018. My question to you, the final question for this discussion. Toastmasters eventually help you secure that position of senior manager at Cisco Systems.
Yeah, fine. Let's spend why you join those parts. That will answer the history. So there are 2 days now. We are supposed to give the customers. And then we just had a demo, then we see how it goes. And the demo presentation basically, I mean, particularly become bank, we started journey, we started doing the contest. Basically, in the everything. This somebody was in this way. I can see that you are very nervous. This is a really important customer. I think it remains you. The really important customer is the really important. So let's have someone else who's very confident in the customer. I said, okay, but that I said earlier on. I'm not manager. I am not confident before customer meeting. Very different things. I mean, have the market person, I can't go to the team organization. So maybe I'm going to be another part. So this is going to be like CTM as a base for you can join the C organization. And the only way the Toastmaster very and then no. After the meeting, after the speakers, they are going to have questions to technically report. Was saying,
My dear friends, we've had some great leaders from CTM also. We have CTM Meena John, who was the district director for the whole of India and Sri Lanka, when District 120 was with District 82 was with India and Sri Lanka combined together. We also had the Toastmasters, who was again a member from Chennai Toastmasters Club. So we have had great leaders coming out from here. We have one more here, Nanda, who's the senior manager at his own company. Congratulations. I would now like to call the money man of CTM. I call him money man because he's our treasurer. And he works at Nissan. And with all the heavy stuff that has happened today, with all that panel discussions and so many gyan knowledge coming in, but we have a little entertainment. So let's call Toastmaster Karthik for all.
Thank you, madam. Team only on today. So, because the game is on the puzzle, so I will directly get into the game. I need to work that, so I think can just be a time. My dear fellow persons, yes. So today the game I'm going to conduct is the word game. So I need two teams. So I will take this is the team A and this is the team B. So how many are there? Not the team B. Not the team B. And it is very equal block money. It is something more versus this. It has the same rules of the games. So I'm going to start a game with the board. For example, pen. Okay. I'm going to give the option to the team A. They need to tell the board with the N letter, PN. So they need to start the word with N. For example, they will just tell nest. But the board should contain this 6 plus meaning. So if you tell nest, I will write here. But one will go to the team B. So it requires minimum 6 letters. So it should minimum 6 letters. Yes. But you have a time limit. Okay, everyone needs to participate in the game. So I will start with, for example, Prakash. So he will tell the first word. He ends with some word. For example, if I'm taking pen, so he will tell with nest, for example, N-E-S-T. The next will go to marketing modality. She will tell as a B modality, she will tell. After the end word, it goes with, so vice versa, it will go to everyone persons. But you don't have only 10 seconds. You don't have more time. So maybe every 10 seconds you need to press the. No, it's for example, you can use this one. For example, you can use electromagnetic, this single word. You can use something else electromagnetic, but electromagnetic field is a single word. Exactly. So the number of the words increase the team's strength. So this is the game. So any doubt? Sorry? But you can check your own. Do you think of any countries are in because we have very distant, so I don't want to give no measures as a measure. But you don't tell the people to say, if you take Karthik Arivan, you can just get 10 to 12 months. Jackson, I know what you are thinking. You are just thinking you are not like everyone. Maybe we will go for a small trial now, then we will just start again. Okay, maybe I will start team meeting. Okay, I will start with Bilal. Board. You need to spell. No, I will forget. I can you can have that. Everything. I will tell one of what. Maybe. Okay, board. Board. For example, I'm saying B-O-A-R-D. You need to have the word D. And this aspect. Okay. You need to say the word, okay? Because he's telling you that just right wrong. Yes. Something only. It's a team name, so it's not a problem. You have the options now. You can just start the same with your options. Now, yes. Sorry. Yeah. You already completed? Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah. Okay, so you don't understand the game. The team A discussed, the team B not talk. When the team B is talk. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you have to only okay. You cannot go for Delhi levels. You need to start with Delhi. Okay. Now, everyone is talking with these rules. Any doubt? Shall I start? Shall I start? Okay. I'll start with the board with team B. Okay. Now I will start with boy. Boy. B-O-Y. Actually, that was the plan, but I don't want to make TM only just two questions because there is no gender. Again, it ends with Y. Female. You know to spell.
Okay, you cannot say proper nouns, he said.
Yeah. Okay. You cannot repeat again, sir. Your choice. You don't have a choice at once. Okay. Yes. No. The point will be with them. I already informed. That's the last one. Spell it. Spell it. No. If there is any wrong, the point will come to you. So that is different from what. So same thing, yes, right? Again, anyone. You can just stand and you can just tell. Okay. Yes. You can just tell. You can just stand and spell that. I can give them we can just be Oh, you can just stand up there, sir. You don't spell the word. Again, it starts with T. If you, the guy or whoever, this is but you have written out here. If you have to spell the but the noise is both of this thing. Because in a second, current amount has been selected. So this is final morning of this thing. Happening morning has given to this thing, this is the final. So so yeah. Okay, so natural. You know this spell? No. So, spell.
First, so I wanted on this. So have coordinate and give the answer. Okay, so you said something? Yeah, please. Is it this?
It says with you.
If we get to answer, then disqualify.
You can just spell it. Okay.
Evaluate.
Yeah. So who was missing in this deck? Who was missing in this deck? Hey, sorry? Tell me. Okay. What's the final one? Who was not? Two. So everyone is coming up this side, right?
I would cross there. Urgent, yes. They don't get.
So everyone coming at this side. So this side everyone coming here. Yeah. That's the topic. The problem is. I need to talk about very long. Team A, can you just tell me how it works? Team A, not team A. Team A. Team B, can you just tell me how it works for team A? You know. I will just call once. This is I will just once. When it goes to team bodies. I don't know what Yes,
Thank you so much. Giving me that spelling, the word you confuse me totally. No. The audience confused me totally. I want to go back to my LCC, learn other spellings and then get my graduation and come back to CTM. Meanwhile, you were talking about history. I want to quickly point out, just like Madam Toastmaster Nina Jo told me, that these spellings, these spellings struggling to read our club. Besides that, we also have the achievements that we were. So similarly, these ribbons also show the awards that we have won in this club. Every Toastmasters meeting, the most important aspect is evaluation. Because only the feedback really helps us to move forward and understand what we did well and what we could have done better. Like I said, today is a special meeting. I'm your whole and soul. I'm your TMOD. I'm your TD person. I'm generally I would like to call our Toastmaster Bindu to give her feedback on another Toastmaster Kamakshi, who's had her icebreaker session today.
Toastmaster Manisha, and good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. Congratulations, my target speaker, Toastmaster Kamakshi, for delivering that wonderful speech. Introduction body and the conclusion. Kamakshi, you have made an amazing introduction by winning the heart of the audience by asking the questions. Do you believe that the person who had not uttered a single word till 3 years of age stand before? That question had attracted the attention of the audience. You have taken us towards a ride, and we all enjoyed the ride. The thing was the roof. It was a really amazing ride with your twists and turns. First, you had sprinkled humor in your speech by telling that you know, you think because of my conservatism of my mother. And so many other examples for sprinkling humor. And second, you had introduced your turns and twists of the journey. Turning points in your life, especially when you change your the curriculum, the profession. You were actually a doctor, but you could not. And later on, when you wanted to join for something else, you were given a chance to work in action. But then also, you were bringing a positive aspect by telling that you're gaining such a leadership and communication skills. Wow. Conclusion, you have always told the first thing, that is, you are still going on to the journey into the next. Something. Actually, speaking, icebreaker speech is not a speech where you need to really give recommendations, but you being a great speaker, I want you to excel so that you can make the audience much more. So the 2 points that I noted was that some sort of emotional thing in your speech. For example, when you're telling that, I wanted to accept a doctor, but because of financial, there was a monotonous in the tone. There was no, when you have feel that. So, you just feeling into the audience, specifically. I did it, but so much of financial I could know. So that could have really, a lot of those people who are really know. Second was that you speak telling that I'm such and such and I'm going to deliver the presentation mastery and all because already it was being told. So you just need to delve into those by telling that introductory question or quote and then your journey. All the best for your next speech. Thank you very much. Over.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bindu. My dear friends, when I joined CTM I did not join CTM, sorry, when I came here as a guest, everybody, everybody would come here as a TM, would talk about DTM, DTM, DTM. I used to think, what is this DTM? Nobody used to say distinguished toastmaster. They used to say DTM. So I thought DTM was some kind of a time bomb, that was about to detonate. So later, after the meeting was over, I actually checked with somebody, what is a DTM? So while we will check with each other what is a DTM, my dear guests, let's hear it from one DTM who would give a feedback to another DTM's speech. Inviting DTM Zach, please come forward.
CTM is the ATM of ATM. Fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. In Toastmasters evaluation, we call it, the tagline is evaluate to motivate. The purpose of evaluation in Toastmasters is to strengthen your strength and weaken your weakness. That's what we call, that's a ground rule at which we work on. Coming to a speech, in the opening, she said about the history of Toastmasters, every point, every statistic, she said true, and only I can watch it as true. Nobody else can do it. That is true. That invite us to some curiosity. What is happening in Toastmasters? How it has come to this level? That is very good. And coming to the point, Steve wanted to say, tell us that sincere to your passion and sincere to your mission. That Steve was expressly that this is our mission. This is what you have to do as a Toastmaster. Then you can reach whatever height you want. You can reach. I really like the closing of her speech, telling that you can go with a bucket or with a spoon. That was really great. Coming to the delivery of the speech, language, diction, articulation, eye contact, body language, whatever you say is all perfect. I guys can say 95% marks for that. And coming to my challenge, how can I challenge? Only they made me the evaluator because only I can say something. No, nobody else there to say. So all I say is we could have had a PowerPoint that would have been better for the presentation. That is the only thing I say. And what I like the best is not the school, but she said you can take it as 4%. And I tell you something, we had a member in Toastmasters. He used to come at 5:45 with a bag and he used to carry all the cheese sandwiches. I'm not joking. He used to come. So Toastmasters, you can come there, you can carry it back also. Oh.
Thank you so much. Like Zach said, CTM, Chennai Toastmasters Club, is an ATM, automated teller machine that brings out only distinguished Toastmasters. So guests, please join CTM and become DTM soon. I'm sure all of you have received this piece of paper today. This is not a copying paper. This is for you to just give the best prepared speaker. We had 2 prepared speakers today. So in your opinion, who was the best prepared speaker? We had 2 evaluators. Give your opinion on who you think is the best prepared speaker. For your information, I will repeat their names. Best speakers were Toastmaster Kamakshi and we had DTF Neena John. Evaluation was done by Toastmaster Bindu and DTM Zach. We have cut down on tag team, that is tag team players. We have cut down on the other 3 because we don't have many role players because of the other role players that we had today. Please do vote for the panel speakers. We had 5 panel speakers. If Toastmaster Nanda could just read out their names for everybody to recall.
Toastmaster winner, Toastmaster in the Toastmaster Vikas, and the Toastmaster England.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So also, if you have any suggestions on how we can do our meeting better, you're most welcome to give your suggestion because your feedback will really help us move forward to make it a better meeting next time. And yes, quality rating is out of 10. Please do give your numbers. With this, before we move to the end of the meeting, I would like to invite our timer to please come forward and read out the time taken by all our speakers here today. Toastmaster Leander, please come forward and read out the time taken by everybody here. Can we all applaud with
Panisamy sir, TM Navin Raj took 2 minutes 50 seconds. TM Avinash took 4 minutes 38 seconds. TM Kamashi took 5 minutes 44 seconds. TM Nina John took 7 minutes 28 seconds. TM Lakshmi Narayan took in the round 1 minute 58 seconds, and in round 2 1 minute 57 seconds. TM Panisamy took 1 minute 48 seconds in round 1 and 2 minutes in round 2. Then TM Geeta Shroff took 3 minutes in the first round and 2 minutes 20 seconds in the second round. TM Bilal Shroff took 1 minute 55 seconds in the first round and 48 seconds in the second round. TM Ravindra Daya took 2 minutes 9 seconds in first round and 2 minutes 15 seconds in the second round. TM Bindu took 3 minutes took 3 minutes, and TM Abraham Zakaria took 2 minutes 7 seconds. Thank you.
Toastmaster Leander? My dear friends, today we started 4 minutes late. We started this meeting 4 minutes late. It is a challenge as a Toastmaster of the day for you to stick to the agenda that is circulated. And I'm very happy, very proud to say that we are on time. And before I hand over the control to our presiding officer today, this is this last one scratch that I have. 2015, we had a first runner-up whose speech title was Scratch. So when you go home today, please do Google for DTM Aditya Maheshwaran, who had given his speech by the name Scratch, and he stood first runner-up at World Championship. Trust me, friends, it's not a joke. You have to clear your club, you have to clear your area, you have to clear the division, the district, and then the division, and then move the semi-finals. Thank you, sir. And finally, you go there for the championships, where you have the champions from all over the world contesting for that one title. Getting the first runner-up is not a joke. Scratch it is, Aditya Maheshwaran, coming from Chennai Toastmasters Club. And now, sign off and hand over the control to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Naveen.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the rewriting and overview about the CTM history. So thank you so much, and it's time to reveal the results for the game. So I would like to call Toastmaster Karthik to reveal the game answer.
So okay. When we start the game, one thing I understand is everyone is become very curious. Even I don't have a good team is coming with this is now, this is grammatically not okay, this is too much. What I understand one thing is when it is a game, just enjoy the flow. We don't want to be a winner or loser. There is no loser in it. Always there is a learner. There is the two questions. One is the winner, another is the learner. So how to come to this matter? Because recently we have been in our corporate, we have been gone through a session. how to come to this mentality. I'm just not taking more than 5 minutes time. So we need to go through the 3H process. That's the what they just taught me. What is this 3H process? It's a like a triangular one. If there's anything you need to do, if you do with hand, you don't fulfill the purpose. When you do with head, you accrue some purpose. For example, if this is the pen. If someone asks me to sell the pen, why I need to sell? This is the hand purpose. If I'm just applying the head on it, I will sell, I will get a pay for it. But when it comes to heart, I'm going to sell this the pen. Poor suffering. So you need to spread some love. So whenever there is any competition, so for today's game, we are not going to discuss anything. There is no winner and there is no lander. So only we need to enjoy the flow. That is the purpose of this game. So with this, I am just handing over the session to Ian Modi. Thank you all.
Honestly, I'm going to give away the person who leaked all the secrets to me, all the secret history to me. What my promise? Again, it was CTM Zach who came out with all the history. You are married.
It's time to get the guest feedback. How do they feel about this last 2 hours meeting? Ma'am, could you please just tell you?
You know, really amazing such a people actually. Seriously meeting all the managed leaders over here. It's really a great privilege and like opportunity for me to meet everyone and get their overall experience actually. I'm like so new to this and I work in cognizant. Actually, I have experience with managers. So I now came to know that how the leader should be, what the qualities they should have. And really a wonderful opportunity. Thank you all for giving such a wonderful. Today's meeting was really amazing. Actually, I was looking at it and I wonder how it is happening. Actually, I was literally enjoying each and everything, looking down for the time. And it made me just look at it here.
Actually, what I most like is the energy and positivity of the environment.
And all my speeches like that always is very good. And I really, I'm waiting for coming classes. Okay, such. This is my second and most interesting part is I just attended this amazing meeting where this is one year that we are doing for so it is really amazing and the environment here is so pleasant. Students also there a lot of videos that during the panel session. I learned a lot of how to be a good leader and what of carrots to be a good leader. So it was really amazing and there was lots of learning in this month of work. I think I want to express my gratitude for the very senior Toastmasters, particularly the coffee members. Compared to last week, the speaker always continuously increased this, I would say, it's because of the participation of senior Toastmasters. Request to senior Toastmasters, please be here. I request you to utilize this opportunity because when we have such a they are not only they are guiding us, so utilize this opportunity, become a better communicator and become a better leader. Thank you. I need to really before that we gave the standing speaker.
Hey everyone.
I think as a speech, a person should do only the separately like the commercial. So because that time we had 4 icebreakers, we were giving standing ovation for all. She getting entire. Okay, I am reviewing the best panel speakers. Those
Two speakers. One is IPP Toastmaster Rajna. And another one is our Vice President Membership Toastmaster.
This the one goes to Toastmaster Bindu. This speaker goes to Toastmaster Kamachi.
And we will meet again in the same hall 4 to 6 p.m. on the next week Sunday. And before that, I have an official announcement for our Toastmasters members of Chennai Toastmasters Club. We are going to elect our next set of new SCOM members on May first week of Sunday. So the election chair will roll out the nomination procedures and further things. So please, I will request you to give the quorum for conducting the SCOM elections on that particular date. And we are going to have our division conference on next week, 30th April. So if you have any queries for contacting division conference, please contact me. I will be there. And we will have the same 4 to 6 p.m. and I will declare the meeting number 875 closed. And we will meet again. Let us take a group picture and we will meet on the cafeteria to discuss further about. And before that, for the benefit of guests, we will collecting a nominal fee of 200 rupees. So you can hand over it to our Vice President membership and you can get the details how to join the Toastmasters program. He can guide you. Yes.